Hello, my name is Damon Matthews, and this is my PowerPoint on the solo cross-country requirements. So, as a student pilot, the requirements needed for going into your solo, you need to be, of course, 16, you need a student pilot certification, and at least a third-class medical. You need, of course, your training, and you need training in both takeoff, landing, emergency procedures, traffic patterns, ground maneuvers, and your instructor needs to, of course, verify that you both understand those procedures and can safely and follow those procedures while coordinated. So, of course, there's no emergency to where you, of course, crash. The required endorsements you need, of course, an endorsement for the make and model you are flying. In this case would be the Cessna 172. You need to complete all of your student pilot student pilot training, and you need an endorsement for a solo flight in the area and any other cross-country endorsements you may need. Your instructor, of course, needs to ensure that you're safe to fly this aircraft and understand the regulations and the weather and, of course, your limits. So, some of the limitations: visibility needs to be above 3 statute miles. You can stay clear of clouds. Of course, if the wind is way too strong or the visibility is very poor, that's a no-go there immediately. Not flying into Class Bs, because just going across country. Make sure all documents you have on you need your student pilot certification, your medical certification, a government photo ID, and your cross-country endorsement. So, just an overview. You're going to be flying from, of course, your home airport to a destination of 25 nautical miles away. And, of course, you need your cross-country endorsement before you can leave. And for our route selection factors, you want to make sure you're staying within, of course, those DC airspaces. Stay away from any restricted areas. Look for areas with, non-hazardous terrain, such as mountains. You don't want to book cross country where you have to fly all the way over a mountain. That wouldn't be fun. And, of course, just make sure you have a few checkpoints along the way so you know exactly your progress and if you're on the right route. And, of course, make sure to have a backup in case of an emergency. Look for airports across your route that you can stop by in case of an emergency. So, some navigation methods. Of course, we have our pilotage, looking out, seeing where you are, scanning the terrain in front of you. Dead reckoning, just, of course, heading, time, airspeed, just making sure we're using those to determine our course, that we're staying on the right track. And then, of course, we can use our compass if we have one installed, or any electronic navigation system such as ForeFlight, GPS, stuff like that. Now, some pre-flight preparations. You want to make sure you have your MEDARs, your TAFs, NOTAMs, and then make sure your weight and balance and aircraft performance is in place and set. Of course, you wouldn't want to go up if your center of gravity's off and is not within that threshold. And, of course, if some things are wrong with the plane. Now, there are some risk assessments. Make sure you're going through those I'm safe checklists. Of course, if any of these are bugging you, make sure to get it sorted out. You don't want to go up, experience problems, and then have to end your trip shortly or not even start at all. And, of course, external pressures. like say you're behind schedule or stuff, just relax. This is on your time, and you wouldn't want to risk yourself getting hurt in any way simply because you'd want to get there on time. And then, of course, mitigation, just, of course, delay the flight. Ask instructor if they have any advice of what you should do next, or about any tips or tricks they could give you. Now, for my biblical integration, I use Proverbs 19:2. Desire without knowledge is not good. How much more will hasty feet miss the way? Don't rush the flight. Once again, this is for your learning experience and safety. Rushing it is only going to do you harm. Make sure you have the knowledge before your flight and prepare accordingly for said flight.